Thank you all for coming back. Before we jump in, I want to acknowledge that showing up consistently, even when things are hard, takes a lot of commitment as a family. In our last session, we talked about John's behavior and how it fit into a bigger family picture, and also how everyone has been affected since the adoption. Today, we are going to build upon that. So, today I want to build on that because we're going to continue talking about things that are happening in the household and also looking at the systems around the family that may be adding on stress. Before we move forward, I want to ask you what felt most noticeable or different after our last session. So it sounds like there was more awareness, even if things didn't immediately change right then and there. I want to try something different today. Instead of talking about John as if he is the problem, I want to talk about the problem as something that is outside of John. If we were to give John's tantrums and her behaviors a name, such as the chaos or overwhelm, what name would make more sense to you? Okay, so that's helpful. So let's call it the overwhelm for now. When the overwhelm shows up in your home, what does it usually convince each of you to do? So overwhelm pulls stress, increases. So overwhelm pulls attention, increases stress, and also creates tension amongst everyone in the household. So what does overwhelm try to make John believe about himself in these moments? And what does it make you believe about your parenting? Naming it this way helps us see that overwhelm is the problem, not John and not either of you as parents. Now, I want to zoom out and we're going to look at what's happening within your family and also around your family. So what changes outside of the home have added more stress? That can be work schedules, school expectations, childcare, or lack of support. It sounds like Bob working more hours, Jill having to carry more responsibility around the household, and the adjustment of the twins have added more pressure into the household. When families experience stress across multiple symptoms at the same time, it can cause behaviors to escalate, especially for children who don't yet have the words to communicate or even speak about what they're feeling. So how do you think these outside pressures are affecting John's sense of security right now? Okay, so the insight is greatly important. It is going to help us understand why these behaviors may have increased rather than also labeling them as defiance. Now, I want us to shift towards more of when overwhelm doesn't win. Can you think of a time when John has handled his frustration much better than he would normally do? So if you could pinpoint what was different in this exact moment. So what did you do, even that is unintentionally, and also things that you think might have been helpful at that time and point. So these moments show that John is already using his coping skills and that you guys, our parents, are already doing the things that are able to help him. Okay, so I want you guys to think about this as I say it. So if we were writing a new story about your family, one where teamwork and support is hand in hand and is also more stronger, I want you to think about this. What would you want that story to say about how you are able to handle these tough moments together as a unit? Because as we've been talking, we've been focusing on how you guys, our parents, are working together as a unit instead of working against one another. So today we focus on separating the problem from the person. We also looked at how outside systems are contributing to stress, and then we were able to pinpoint and also identify some moments of strength throughout this session today. In our next session, we'll build on those strengths by developing concrete strategies that will help support John. It will help protect Jesse from taking on that adult responsibility, and it will help you all as parents feel more unified as a household. I want to thank you guys for your time today, and I will see you back in a couple of weeks. Thank you. Bye-bye.